Let's start class. I like to do crisscross applesauce, or you can have your legs out long, whatever you prefer. I prefer crisscross. And we're actually just going to place our hands on our knees and activate our Ujjayi breath. So if you haven't taken my class before, Ujjayi breath is where you close the back of your throat a little bit and you only breathe in through your nose. So the way that you close the back of your throat is, think of fogging up a glass. So whenever you exhale out, you'll feel the sensation of closing the back of your throat. So we're only going to breathe through our nose, and it's going to sound like the ocean. We're going to take about 5 breaths here, okay? So breathing in through your nose and out. This is a great time to set your intention for this class today, whether it be to learn how to breathe and stretch, or to, I don't know, get healthier. 2 more breaths. I take really long breaths, so 1 more breath. All right, and on the next exhale, let's go ahead and bring our arms up and over, and then we're going to place them on the floor in front of us. Breathing in, looking up, breathing out, lowering. Now I'm just going to scoot back a little bit. Two more breaths here. All right, on the next inhale, go ahead and sit all the way up. We're going to place our hands behind our seat, roll those shoulder blades back, and open your chest up towards the ceiling. Breathing in, really feeling that chest out, and breathing out, activating your abs. All right, on the next exhale, let's go ahead and walk one hand out to the side. Breathing in, we're going to breathe out and bring the other hand up and over in a side stretch. So we can bring this arm, the elbow, all the way down to the ground if you can, or we can stay up, whatever you prefer. But we want to look past this top elbow towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths here. And on the next exhale, let's windmill our hands to the other side. Looking towards the ceiling, past that elbow. Great job. Y'all are looking great. One more breath here, and then we can sit all the way back up. Awesome. So now we're going to go onto our hands and knees. So once you get to your hands and knees, we're going to bring our wrists directly under our shoulders and our knees directly under our hips. We're going to do our cat-cows, okay? So breathing in, letting that belly drop towards the ground, looking up, up, up. And as we breathe out, we're going to round those hips, rounding our back, looking in towards our belly button. Really exaggerate the position. So we're doing this 4 more times. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, looking in. This is going to be great for your back. Go ahead and do it with your own breath. We got 2 more times. Trying to breathe in and out of your nose. All right, and on the next exhale, come to a neutral back. What we're going to do here is a balancing position, okay? So we're going to raise one hand, like we're going to shake someone's hand. We're going to raise the opposite leg. So I have my foot, my big toe on the ground, okay? Or you can lift it up and balance. This is really great to connect both sides of the brain. If you want to take it a step further, we can go ahead and kick our bum, reach around towards that ankle. Breathing in, as you breathe out, you press that ankle in your hand, looking up, up, up. 2 breaths here. On the next exhale, go ahead and release, and then all the way back down. Let's try that on the other side. So we're going to lift that hand like we're going to shake someone's hand. Go ahead and bring the opposite leg straight back, tippy toes on the ground. Breathing in, breathing out, we can lift that back leg if you want to take it to the next step. And then from here, we can go ahead and kick our bum, reach around, grab that ankle, breathing in, breathing out, we're going to press that ankle into our hand. It's going to open our shoulder up, our chest towards the wall. 1 more breath. And go ahead and release. Balance for a second and then back all the way down. Awesome. Let's go ahead and widen our knees, a little wider than our hips, sitting back. We're going to release our forehead on the ground, hands down by our sides. Child's pose. One more breath here. And then we're going to bring our hands in front of us. We're actually going to clasp our hands. Elbows are on the ground. Bringing our hips up. We're going to tuck our toes. And we can stay here, or somebody's speaker's on. Or we can lift our hips up into puppy dog. So in puppy dog, we're just relaxing our head and neck, driving our heels down, and just taking 3 to 5 breaths. I'm only going to do 3. On the next exhale, can we bring our feet a little further back and slide our shoulders directly over our elbows into plank position, and then lower all the way down. Great job. Hands are going to go directly under shoulders. My feet are a little bit apart. We're going to breathe in and breathe out, pressing our upper body up into up dog. One more breath. And then we can tuck those toes, lift those hips into our first downward facing dog. So here I'm releasing my chest towards my legs. Heels are going down, but if your heels don't touch the ground, that's totally okay. Hands are pressed into the mat. We got 2 more breaths here. And on the next exhale, I want you to pick a leg and I want you to lift it. We can bend that knee and let that foot fall behind the other leg. Just for a moment, looking towards that foot. And on that next exhale, bring that leg all the way forward. If you get stuck here, we can always pick it up, bring it in between your hands. Awesome. All right, hands are on either side of that foot. We're gonna leave the hand on the inside of the foot and place it at a 45-degree angle on the edge of the mat. The other hand is gonna lift up, up, up. You're looking great. Looking up at that top hand. 2 more breaths. Go ahead and place that hand down. We're going to place that back knee down on the ground. Bring both hands onto that knee in front of you. Find your balance. Okay, you can stay here. Or we're going to lift our hands up into Crescent Moon pose. Pressing those hips towards the floor. We're really going to feel this in our hips. 2 more breaths here. All right, can we bring both hands behind us and clasp our hands? If you can't reach your hands, you can always use a belt. Okay? If you don't have a belt, just keep your hands down by your sides behind you. We're going to bring the same side shoulder towards the same side knee. And then we're going to press our hands away from us. Just a little bit of a shoulder stretch. 1 more breath. And then let's go ahead and pull our hands back, lifting our upper body, releasing those hands. Both hands on the ground, lift that back knee, and step back into a downward facing dog again. You guys got it? All right, so let's just walk the dog. We're bending one knee and then the other. Releasing your head and neck, just shake it out and pressing your hands into the mat. 1 more breath here. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're going to lift the other leg up. We'll bend that knee and look through our arm and leg towards that foot, just for 1 breath. And then we'll go ahead and bring that foot all the way through in between your hands. Once again, if you get stuck, don't worry about it. Just lift your foot up, place it in between your hands. The foot or the hand on the inside of the foot is going to go at a 45-degree angle on the edge of your mat. Breathing in. We're going to breathe out and lift the outside hand up, up, up towards the ceiling. We're going to look at this hand. Two more breaths here. And on the next exhale, go ahead and bring that hand down. We're going to bring this back knee down. Place both hands on this top knee. Whew, this is beginning to be a workout, huh? So we're pressing these hips down. You can stay here, finding your balance, or we can lift both hands up. Crescent Moon. One more breath. And then we're going to bring both hands behind us. Clasp those hands or by your sides. Breathing in, breathing out. You want to bring your hands away from you. Same side shoulder goes to the same side knee. Looking directly in front of you, straight down by your foot. One more breath here. And on the next exhale, I want you to press your hands away from you, which lifts your upper body up. Just for a second, looking up, and then releasing both hands down to on the other sides of your feet. We're gonna step that foot back. Woo! Let's go ahead and sit down. Awesome job, you guys, awesome. So I have both of my feet to one side. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift this top leg up and place it either in front of my leg, where my knee is, or all the way around my knee. We're gonna go into a twist, okay? So we can hug in this knee, looking behind you, or we can hook this knee with your elbow. Breathing in, lifting, breathing out, rotating. 3 to 5 breaths here. I'm gonna do 3 breaths. And on the next exhale, both hands go all the way to the other side into a little bit of a counter twist. And then we're going to sit up and we're going to switch sides. So the knee that was on top, I'm bringing it all the way under the leg that was on the bottom. Foot can be directly in front of the bottom leg, in front of the knee, or all the way around that knee. Okay, we can hug it in or we can hook it. Arm behind you goes behind you. Breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, looking behind you. 3 breaths here. And on the next exhale, go ahead and unhook that arm. Bring both hands to the other side into a little bit of a counter twist. Great job. All right, let's release both knees down. We can do crisscross applesauce, or we could do legs straight out in front of you. I'm just gonna do crisscross. And we're gonna do a breathing practice. We're gonna do some box breathing, okay? This is where you inhale the same amount as you hold it, the same amount as you exhale, the same amount as you hold it. So I'm going to count to 3. I want you to try to follow along. We're going to do 3 rounds, okay? So we're going to go ahead and inhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3. Inhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3. Inhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3. And just release it and breathe normally now. So I only counted to 3 that time. And I feel like that's kind of easy. So we're going to try it for 3 more rounds. That was a bit of a practice. So now we're going to get serious, right? And try to only breathe through your nose. So we're going to go ahead, take in a breath, just breathe normally. All right, go ahead and inhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3, inhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3, inhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3. And go ahead and breathe normally again. Whew. Good job, great job. All right, so now I'm gonna turn and bring my legs out long in front of me. We're gonna bring our hands down next to our hips, roll those shoulder blades down our back, breathing in, looking up, breathing out. We're going to activate our kneecaps, pressing our knees towards the ground. It might lift your heels. All right, so 3 breaths here. And on the next exhale, go ahead and release your knees. We're going to bring our arms up and over into a forward bend. right, go ahead and sit all the way back up. Great job. All right, so now we're gonna try to do reverse tabletop. So first, place your hands behind you. We're gonna bend our knees, feet come hip width apart. Breathing in, looking straight ahead. We're gonna breathe out and lift those hips up, relaxing your head and neck behind you. We're gonna hold this for 3 breaths. So I like to rock back and forth. This way I can feel my shoulders. They're really gonna stretch. I can also feel my wrists. One more breath here. And then let's go ahead and sit all the way down. All right, so we're gonna try to do reverse plank, but if you can't keep your legs straight, then I think you should go ahead and bend your knees so that you're in reverse tabletop again. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my legs out long, hands are behind me, breathing in, rolling those shoulder blades down your back, breathing out, lifting those hips, relaxing your head and neck behind you. 3 breaths here. Every time you breathe out, really activate your abs. Maybe one more breath, and then go ahead and sit all the way down. Whew, good job. So now let's go ahead and bring one arm forward, and we're gonna reach the opposite leg. So you can reach to the shin, to the knee, to the ankle, or to the foot. Bringing the other arm behind you. We're gonna look behind you at that hand. Breathing in, breathing out, twisting a little more, maybe one more breath. And on the next exhale, go ahead and reach that hand that's behind you, and we're gonna reach towards that opposite foot. Breathing in, breathing out, we're bringing the foot that was holding on to, or the hand that was holding on to the other foot, all the way behind you. Looking at that hand. 2 more breaths here. And then go ahead and bring both hands forward. Whew, that was pretty good. Let me check and see the time real quick. Sorry. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna lay all the way down, bringing those knees in. So we're just pulling our knees in. We can rotate our ankles, whatever you'd prefer. All right, so we're actually going to bring our feet a little to the same width as the mat. So both feet are on the edge of the mat. We're gonna let one knee fall in while the other knee falls out. We can bring one hand on that outer knee and reach behind you with the hand behind you. With the hand behind you. Just breathing here. All right, and on the next exhale, let's go ahead and pick up both those knees, and we're gonna let one knee fall on the inside, or the one that was on the outside before. So we're just switching sides. The other knee's falling on the outside, and we're reaching behind us with that hand that happens to be behind us. Looking towards that hand. Maybe 2 more breaths here. All right, on the next exhale, let's go ahead and lift both knees. We're gonna bring our feet together, knees apart, and bound ankle pose. We'll just place one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart and feel our knees, the gravity pressing them towards the ground. We're just gonna relax in this position, and then we'll be in Savasana here in a moment. So just breathe. And I would like for you to observe your natural breathing. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Are you breathing from your belly, from your ribs, from your shoulders? All right, and on the next exhale, we're gonna lift our knees up, straighten our legs, and let our feet fall to the sides. Hands are still on, one's on your belly, one's on your heart. And what we're gonna do here is a little bit of some belly breathing. So actually, let's bring both hands to our belly. We're gonna breathe in and blow our belly up like a balloon. And then as we breathe out, we're gonna press that belly button down towards our spine. We're gonna breathe just like that 5 times. So breathing in, really feel your belly extend, and breathing out, pressing down. Close your eyes and just concentrate on your breath. And maybe one more breath, just like that. And then I would like for you to just breathe normally. Can you see the time? Beautiful. And just relax, breathing. Observe your breath again. Are you breathing a little deeper now that you concentrated on it? Are you breathing through your nose or through your mouth? Do you feel the breath in your belly now? Or is it still in your ribs or your shoulders? Just let your body sink into the ground and just relax. Breathing in and breathing out. And on the next inhale, we can lift our arms over our head, wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes, maybe yawning, and slowly coming over to one side and sitting all the way up. Thank you so much for joining me in your breath and stretch class today. I hope that you had a great time, and namaste.